Shalom, brothers and sisters in Yahweh, our Elohim, and welcome. Tonight is another study in Jubilees, and tonight we will be studying chapters 31, 32, and 33. So if you've got a Dead Sea Scrolls book, go ahead and grab it, and we'll start tonight. Grab yourself something to drink and get settled in. We got plenty of chairs around here. Have a little drink off my coffee. I got to put a cover over it or else some nasty flies get into my coffee. And according to Leviticus 11, the swarming things are disgusting and we're not supposed to eat them. So I got to put a cover over my coffee. All the flies are coming in now because it is warm in here and it is cold outside. So got to deal with that. Alright, gang. If y'all are ready, we'll get started. Alright, the Book of Jubilees, chapter 31. On the new moon of the month, Jacob spoke to all the people of his house, saying, "Purify yourselves, and change your clothes, and let us get up and go to Bethel, where I vowed a vow to him on the day when I fled from Esau my brother. Let us do this, because Elohim has been with me, and brought me into this land in peace. You must put away the strange gods that you raised among you." They gave up the strange gods, and that which was in their ears, and which was on their necks, and the idols which Rachel stole from Laban her father, she gave wholly to Jacob, and he burnt and broke them into pieces, and destroyed them, and hid them under an oak, which is in the land of Shechem. He went up on the new moon of the 7th month to Bethel, and he built an altar at the place where he had slept, and he set up an altar there, a pillar there. And he sent word to his father Isaac and his mother Rebekah. He asked to come to Isaac. There Jacob wished to offer his sacrifice. Isaac said, "Let my son Jacob come, and let me see him before I die." Jacob went to his father Isaac and his mother Rebekah to the house of his father Abraham, and he took 2 of his sons with him, Levi and Judah. Rebekah came out from the tower to the front of it to kiss Jacob and embrace him, for her spirit had revived when she heard, "Look, Jacob your son has come," and she kissed him. She saw his 2 sons, and she recognized them. She said to him, "Are these your sons, my son?" And she embraced them, and kissed them, and blessed them, saying, "In you shall the offspring of Abraham become illustrious, and you shall prove a blessing on the earth." Jacob went in to Isaac his father, to the room where he lay, and his 2 sons were with him. He took his father's hand, stooped down, he kissed him. Isaac held on to the neck of Jacob his son, and wept on his neck. The darkness left the eyes of Isaac, and he saw the 2 sons of Jacob, Levi and Judah. And he said, "Are these your sons, my son? Because they look like you." He said to Isaac, "They were truly my sons, and you have clearly seen that they are truly my sons." They came near to him, and he turned and kissed them and embraced them both together. The spirit of prophecy came down into his mouth, and he took Levi by his right hand and Judah by his left. He turned to Levi first, and began to bless him first, and said to him, "May the Elohim of all, the very Elohim of all the ages, bless you and your children throughout all the ages. May the Elohim give to you and your offspring greatness and great glory from among all flesh. May the Elohim cause you and your offspring to draw near to him, to serve in his sanctuary like the angels of the presence of the Elohim, and as the holy ones. The offspring of your sons shall be for the glory and greatness and holiness of Yahweh. May he make them great throughout all the ages. They shall be judges and princes and chiefs of all the offspring of the sons of Jacob. They shall speak the word of the Elohim in righteousness, and they shall judge all his judgments in righteousness. They shall declare my ways to Jacob, and my path to Israel. The blessing of the Elohim shall be given in their mouths to bless all the offspring of the beloved. Your mother has called your name Levi, and rightly has she called your name. You will be joined to the Elohim, and be the companion of all the sons of Jacob. Let his table be your table, and let your sons eat from it. May your table be full throughout all generations, and let your food not fail in all the ages. So right there, Isaac blessed Levi, and through the blessing of the Elohim, Levi became the head of the priesthood. Okay, that's interesting. Verse 17, let all who hate you fall down before you, and let all your adversaries be rooted out and perish. Blessed be he that blesses you, and cursed be every nation that curses you. To Judah he said, may the Elohim give you strength and power to put all that hate you under your feet. You and one of your sons will be a prince over the sons of Jacob. May your name and the name of your sons go out across every land and region. Then shall the Gentiles fear you, and all the nations and people shall shake with fear of you. In you will be the help of Jacob, and in you will be found the salvation of Israel. Okay, so this is Judah now that he's blessing. What tribe did Yehoshua come from? Yehoshua came from Judah, one of the sons of Judah. Okay, so there's some prophecy for you there. Verse 20. When you sit on the throne which honors of your righteousness, there shall be great peace for all the offspring of the sons of the beloved. Blessed be he that blesses you, and cursed be all that hate you, afflict you, or curse you. They shall be rooted out and destroyed from the earth. He turned, kissed him again, and embraced him, and rejoiced greatly because he had seen the sons of his son Jacob clearly and truly. He stepped out from between his feet and fell down. He bowed down to him and blessed them. He rested there with Isaac his father that night, and they ate and drank with joy. He made the two sons of Jacob sleep, the one on his right hand and the other his left. It was counted to him for righteousness. Jacob told his father everything during the night about how the Elohim had shown him great mercy, and how he had caused him to prosper in all his ways, and how he protected him from all evil. Isaac blessed the Elohim of his father Abraham, who had not withdrawn his mercy and his righteousness from the sons of his servant Isaac. In the morning, Jacob told his father Isaac the vow which he had vowed to the Elohim. He told him of the vision which he had seen, and that he had built an altar. He told him that everything was ready for the sacrifice to be made before the Elohim as he had vowed. He had come to set him on a donkey. Isaac said to Jacob his son, I am not able to go with you, for I am old, and not able to endure the way. Go in peace, my son. I am 165 years this day. I am no longer able to journey. Set your mother on a donkey, and let her go with you. I know that you have come on my account, my son. May this day be blessed on which you have seen me alive. I also have seen you, my son. May you prosper and fulfill the vow that you have vowed. Do not put off your vow, for you will be called to account for the vow. Now hurry to perform it, and may he who has made all things be pleased. It is to him you have vowed the vow. He said to Rebekah, Go with Jacob your son. And Rebekah went with Jacob her son, and Deborah with her, and they came to Bethel. Jacob remembered the prayer with which his father had blessed him and his 2 sons, Levi and Judah. He rejoiced and blessed the Elohim of his fathers, Abraham and Isaac. He said, Now I know that my sons and I have an eternal hope in all the Yahweh, in the Yahweh of all. Thus it is ordained concerning the 2. They recorded it as an eternal testimony to them on the heavenly tablets, how Isaac blessed his sons. Chapter 32. That night he stayed at Bethel, and Levi dreamed that they had ordained and made his sons, and him, the priests of the Most High Elohim, forever. Then he awoke from his sleep, and blessed the Elohim. Jacob rose early in the morning, on the 14th of the month, and he gave a tithe for all that came with him, both men and cattle, both of gold, and every vessel and garment. Yes, he gave tithes of all. In those days Rachel became pregnant with her son Benjamin. Jacob counted his sons, starting from him and going to the oldest, and Levi fell to the portion of the Elohim. Levi was the 3rd son. 3 is the number of spiritual completeness. His father clothed him in the garments of the priesthood, and filled his hands. On the 15th of the month he brought 14 oxen from among the cattle, and 28 rams, and 49 sheep, and 7 lambs, and 21 kids of the goats, to the altar as a burnt offering on the altar of sacrifice. The offering was well-pleasing, and a sweet odor before Yahweh. This was his offering, done in acknowledgment of the vow in which he had promised that he would give a 10th, with their fruit offerings and their drink offerings. When the fire had consumed it, he burnt incense over the fire, and for a thanks offering he sacrificed 2 oxen, and 4 rams, and 4 sheep, 4 male goats, and 2 sheep of a year old, and 2 kids of the goats. This he did daily for 7 days. He, his men, and all his sons were eating this with joy during 7 days, and blessing and thanking the Elohim, who had delivered him out of all his tribulation and had given him his promise. He tithed all the clean animals and made a burnt sacrifice, but he did not give the unclean animals to Levi his son. He gave him all the souls of the men. Levi acted in the priestly office at Bethel in the presence of Jacob his father, in preference to his 10 brothers. He was a priest there, and Jacob gave his vow, and he gave a tithe to the Elohim again, and sacrificed it, and sanctified it, and it became holy to him. For this reason it is ordained on the heavenly tablets as a law, for the offering of the tithe should be eaten in the presence of the Elohim every year, in the place where it is chosen that his name should live and reside. This law has no limit of days forever. This law is written so that it may be fulfilled every year. The second tithe should be eaten in the presence of the Elohim, in the place where it has been chosen, and nothing shall be left over from it from this year to the following year. In its year shall the seed be eaten until the days of the gathering of the seed of the year. The wine shall be consumed until the days of the wine, and the oil until the days of its season. All that is left of it, and all that becomes old, will be regarded as spoiled. Let it be burnt with fire, for it is unclean. Let them eat it together in the sanctuary, and let them not permit it to become old. All the tithes of the oxen and sheep shall be holy to the Elohim, and shall belong to his priests. They will eat before him from year to year, for thus it is ordained and written on the heavenly tablets regarding the tithe. On the following night, on the 22nd day of this month, Jacob resolved to build that place, and to surround the court with a wall, and to sanctify it, and make it holy forever, for himself and his children after him. The Elohim appeared to him by night, and blessed him and said to him, Your name shall not be called Jacob, but they will call your name Yisrael. And he said to him again, I am the Elohim, who created the heaven and the earth, and I will increase you and multiply you greatly, and kings shall come forth from you, and they shall be judges everywhere the foot of the sons of men have walked. I will give to your offspring all the earth that is under heaven. They shall judge all the nations as they desire. After that they shall possess the entire earth and inherit it forever. And he finished speaking with him, and he went up from him. Jacob watched until he had ascended into heaven. In a vision at night, he saw an angel descend from heaven with 7 tablets in his hands, and he gave them to Jacob, and he read them, and knew all that was written on it that would happen to him and his sons throughout all the ages. He showed him all that was written on the tablets, and said to him, Do not build on this place, and do not make it an eternal sanctuary, and do not live here. This is not the place. Go to the house of Abraham your father, and live with Isaac your father, until the day he dies. For in Egypt, Mitzrayim, you will die in peace, and in this land you will be buried with honor in the sepulchre of your fathers, with Abraham and Isaac. Do not fear, as you have seen and read, it shall all be. Write down everything that you have seen and read. And Jacob said, Elohim, how can I remember all that I have read and seen? He said to him, I will bring all things to your remembrance. He ascended from Jacob, and Jacob awoke from his sleep. He remembered everything that he had read and seen, and he wrote down all the words. He celebrated there yet another day, and he sacrificed on that day as he had sacrificed on all the former days. He called its name Addition, because this day was added, and the former days he called the feast. It was made known and revealed to him, and it is written on the heavenly tablets that he should celebrate the day and add it to the 7 days of the feast. Its name was called Addition, because that it was recorded among the days of the feast days according to the number of the days of the year. In the night, on the 23rd of this month, Deborah, Rebekah's nurse died, and they buried her beneath the city under the oak of the river. He called the name of this place the river of Deborah, and he called the oak of the mourning of Deborah. Rebekah departed and returned to her house, to his father Isaac. Jacob sent rams and sheep and male goats by her, so that she should prepare a meal for his father, such as he desired. He followed his mother until he came to the land of Cabratan, and he lived there. Rachel gave birth to a son in the night, and called his name Son of My Sorrow. For she broke down while giving birth to him, but his father called his name Benjamin. This happened on the 11th day of the eighth month, in the first of the 6th week of this Jubilee. Rachel died there, and she was buried in the land of Ephrath, the same is Bethlehem. And Jacob built a pillar on the grave of Rachel, on the road above her grave. Chapter 33. Jacob went and lived to the south of Magdaladraef. Okay, there's a mouthful. He and Leah, his wife, went to his father Isaac on the new moon of the 10th month. Reuben saw Bilhah, Rachel's maid, the concubine of his father, bathing in water in a secret place, and he loved her. He hid himself at night, and he entered the house of Bilhah at night. He found her sleeping alone on a bed in her house. He had sex with her. She awoke and saw that it was Reuben lying with her in the bed. She uncovered the border of her covering and grabbed him, and cried out when she discovered that it was Reuben. She was ashamed because of him, and released her hand from him, and he fled. Because of this, she mourned greatly, and did not tell it to anyone. When Jacob returned and sought her, she said to him, I am not clean for you. I have been defiled in regard to you. Reuben has defiled me and has had sex with me. In the night, I was asleep and did not realize he was there until he uncovered my skirt and had sex with me. Jacob was very angry with Reuben because he had sex with Bilhah, because he had uncovered his father's skirt. Okay, there's that thing again. Just like when Ham saw the nakedness of his father's skirt. After Noah got tipsy on the wine, Ham saw the nakedness of his father's skirt. He had sex with his mother. Okay, there's that saying again. So that just gives us another witness to what happened with Ham and why Canaan, his firstborn son, was cursed. Okay, now you understand. Let's listen to what goes on next. Verse 9. Jacob did not approach her again, because Reuben had defiled her. And as for any man who uncovers his father's skirt, his deed is wicked greatly, for he is disgusting to the Elohim. For this reason it is written and ordained on the heavenly tablets that a man should not lie with his father's wife, and should not uncover his father's skirt. This is unclean, and they shall surely die together, the man who lies with his father's wife, and the woman also, for they have committed uncleanness on the earth. There shall be nothing unclean before our Elohim in the nation that he has chosen for himself as a possession. Again, it is written a second time, Cursed be he who lies with the wife of his father, for he has uncovered his father's shame. All the holy ones of the Elohim said, So be it, so be it. Moses commanded the children of Israel so that they observe this word. It entails a punishment of death. It is unclean, and there is no atonement forever for the man who has committed this. He is to be put to death. Kill him by stoning. Root him out from among the people of our Elohim. No man who does so in Israel will be permitted to remain alive a single day on the earth. He is abominable and unclean. Do not let them say, Reuben was granted life and forgiveness after he had sex with his father's concubine, although she had a husband, and her husband, Jacob, his father, was still alive. Until that time, the ordinance and judgment and law had not been revealed in its completeness for all. In your days it has been revealed as a law of seasons and of days. It is an everlasting law for all generations forever. For this law has no limit of days and no atonement for it. They must both be rooted out of the entire nation. On the day they commit it, they shall be killed. Moses wrote it down for Israel, that they may observe it, and do according to these words, and not commit a sin punishable by death. Yahweh, our Elohim, is judge, who does not respect persons, and accept no gifts. Tell them these words of the covenant, that they may hear and observe, and be on their guard with respect to them, and not be destroyed and rooted out of the land, for an uncleanness and an abomination, and a contamination, and a pollution are all they who commit it on the earth before our Elohim. There is no greater sin on earth than fornication that they commit. Israel is a holy nation to the Elohim, Yahweh, and a nation of inheritance. It is a priestly and royal nation, and for his own possession. There shall appear no such uncleanness among the holy nation. Yeah, look what's going on in Jerusalem right now. Whew. Verse 21, in the 3rd year of the 6th week, Jacob and all his sons went and lived in the house of Abraham, near Isaac his father, and Rebekah his mother. These were the names of the son of Jacob, the firstborn, Reuben, Simon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, which are the sons of Leah. The sons of Rachel are Joseph and Benjamin. The sons of Bilhah are Dan and Naphtali. And the sons of Zilpah, Gad and Asher. Dinah is the daughter of Leah, the only daughter of Jacob. They came and bowed themselves to Isaac and Rebekah. When they saw them, they blessed Jacob and all his sons. And Isaac rejoiced greatly, for he saw the sons of Jacob, his younger son, and he blessed them. Okay? And that's the end of chapter 33. See how it explains things? There's a lot of stuff in here that explains things that we've seen in our Bible studies. Like the defilement of Isaac's concubine. Sorry, Jacob's concubine. Not Isaac's, Jacob's concubine. Yeah, and now we understand better what happened with Ham and why Noah cursed his firstborn son Canaan for all generations. All generations. Now we see there's another witness to what happened with Ham and his father. Yeah, a lot there, huh? Good study. We get to see how Levi became the tribe of the priests. And we see some prophecy about how Judah is the tribe of Messiah. Pretty cool, huh? Prophecy. Alright, gang. Well, that was another good study in Jubilees. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I hope y'all are learning something from it. And thanks for joining me. I really appreciate that you're all here and that you're learning, and we're reaching for the knowledge and the wisdom of Yahweh. And it's a great thing. Thank you. Well, I guess we'll see you on Shabbat for our Shabbat Bible study. Y'all have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you then. Shalom.